Hello, everybody. I have been working on a new theory of the atom for a long time now, since 1983, really. And I've written a book on it, The Galaxy Model for the Atom. Can be purchased from Amazon, but if you would like a signed version of this book, you can DM me and we'll figure that out. The galaxy model for the atom explains a lot of the observations out there these days that are currently unexplained or being explained by things like dark matter and dark energy and black holes and those kind of things. And with this understanding of how the atom works, which is the atom is exactly the same as a galaxy, including being made up of smaller atoms. And so a galaxy is made from atoms, and the atoms are just little galaxies. And those little galaxies are made from their own atoms, which are also little galaxies. And so it's turtles all the way down. It's Russian dolls is what it is. And at each level, those atoms have their own spectrum of radiation. At each level, there are stars fusing hydrogen and releasing photons and neutrinos. So our photons are not the only photons. Our photons are the photons that belong to our atoms. There are smaller photons that belong to the atoms that make up space. Space is made up of the next smaller atom and all of the atoms that are smaller than that, which, however many turtles there are, however many Russian dolls there are, I don't know, but we really don't have to worry about anything further than the next one down. So once you realize that space is smaller atoms and that our electrons are actually fusing that space and releasing smaller neutrinos, then when we start wondering how gravity works, we have a lot more, and how magnetism works, we have a lot more candidates to work with. And instead of just saying, oh yes, it's just fields, it's this field, oh it's that field, oh it's the other field, it's a yellow field, it's a blue field. Right. No. What's happening is that since atoms and galaxies are exactly the same thing, what's happening at the atomic level is that the electrons, each electron is an arm of stars, and each arm of stars is maybe 50 billion stars in each arm of stars. And those stars are continually being born and living out their life and dying. And when they die, they get pulled into the spin at the galactic center. Now at the galactic center, the spin is so fast that when our matter gets pulled into that acceleration, our matter is made out of opposing charges. And when you get those charges turning with that kind of acceleration, they blow themselves apart by their magnetic fields, and you get plasma. So the star goes into this spin, and our matter can't survive in that spin, and it just becomes plasma jets, and it gets shot out. And so if you're now looking at the atom doing that, the electron with its 50 billion mini suns, and those mini suns are sometimes being recycled by the spin at the center, the proton spin at the center, and that causes jets. The jets are made out of space plasma. It's the matter of space, which has been split by being in the spin of the proton, and it gets shot out at right angles to the spin of that proton, and that's magnetism. Magnetism is space plasma being shot out, and it happens all the time. The electrons are constantly being recycled because the electrons are constantly fusing the smaller material of space. And when they fuse that smaller material of space, they're giving off protons photons, and they're giving off right-hand neutrinos. The next level down is the right-handed neutrino. The neutrinos that are given off by stars are left-handed neutrinos, and they are, well, they say they have no size, but they are 10 to the 31 times bigger than the neutrinos that are given off by the electrons, which are right-handed. They have right-handed spin. And that right-handed spin from the electrons fusing space is what turns the protons. It spins the right-handed spinning protons. And when those protons spin, that spin is what recycles electrons. And that spin is what also creates what the electrons are fusing. Just like at the galaxy level, you have the galaxy, the galactic bar is turning, and it's turning in a counterclockwise manner. Protons turn in a clockwise manner. Galactic bars turn in a counterclockwise manner. The galactic bars are absorbing the counterclockwise neutrinos that are given off by the stars. That's what turns galaxies. And that's possibly also the pressure that they see as being dark energy. However, there are other reasons for the red shifts. There's the redshift out there, the cosmic redshifts. There's evidence that it's in a stepped way. Like, it's not a continuous change in redshift. It goes in steps, and there's a reason for that, which is explained equally well by this galaxy model for the atom. And if I could find somebody, well, I'd like to have people buying this book. I'd like anybody that wants to have a signed copy can DM me and we'll set it up. But I'd really like to have somebody get behind me, because with a new understanding of gravity, with this understanding of gravity, it should be, I think I know how, I think it should be easy to create an inertial drive where you have inertia created by the turning of the engine itself, which goes in whichever direction it wants to go, in spite of the gravity around it. So that, like, to me, it looks like gravity should be very easy to tap. We don't need to wreck our world getting energy. We can get energy just straight from gravity. Gravity is an incoming push. It's as easy to tap as a waterfall once you know how to do it, and it's coming from everywhere, from everywhere. We don't need any of these other energies, oil or nuclear or fusion or anything. Gravity is coming in from everywhere at all times. But you can buy my book, The Galaxy Model for the Atom. And if you want, like I said, a signed copy, just, I don't know, personal message me and we'll figure that out. But I would really like to get somebody behind me to make a way to just pull gravity in and use it, which I think is eminently possible and easily done. So I'm gonna maybe do a little thing every day and put it on YouTube, and we'll talk more. So have a good day, you guys.